going on, guys? Today I'm going to tell you my top 5 mistakes I made while starting photography, when I started photography, sorry. So it's just going to be number 5, so just relax and just listen to my voice as it's so soothing. Anyways, let's get to it. So number 5, checking my camera settings. I never really used to check my camera settings as for ISO, exposure, aperture, anything really. I would literally just go bang, shoot. I would just never touch them. I would sometimes touch the exposure just to get the right lighting and stuff and make it not less dark. But pardon me. I never touch ISO or anything like that, and I used to just go for automatic, so the ISO would be bouncing everywhere. So I'll just literally let the camera control my photos and stuff, and I would never do manual. It would just be automatic when I started. But of course you can be automatic if you want when you're starting out, but I did it for about 2 years. 2 years worth of automatic photo or automatic camera settings and stuff, and it wasn't really that good because then most of my photos would just be not really how I wanted them. It would just be how the camera would tell me how I wanted them and stuff, and then like literally all I cared about was the focus, and then boom, I never really did the apertures. I never really changed them, just be the exact same. It'd be like f11 or f10 or f8 or anything like that. It wouldn't be any lower than that. And yeah, it wasn't really, and now I've learnt so much through camera settings and stuff. When I realized that all the actual settings are important, I actually took myself to research them and look at them and go, okay, how is this going to impact my photos? So I started to research what type of photography I wanted to do. At the time I wanted to do sports, so I needed to have a bit of a high aperture and made sure that all my settings were correct and stuff. But for now I'm not really doing that often. I'm not really doing sport that often because football's finished over in Australia, but it will start back up in a couple of months or so. And yeah, always do your research in terms of camera settings when starting out. So number 4, not printing any of my photos. So for this one, I never really printed my photos. I would only print them for school or something, of competitions wise, which I never won. Not really. If I can remember, I just know I printed photos somewhere in school somewhere. So I never really printed photos for my friends or family who actually wanted them. They would ask me, but I would actually never know how to and what sizes they want or what was good for them and how to even get frames, or even if they want an album book full of them. And I do have a printer here, but I've got no idea how to work with it still, and so I just get like someone else to do it for me, as it's a bit cheaper. So because I can get, even though this is literally at my house, but it's the color. I have to get my coloring, all that type of stuff, which I'm not really professional printing, as you can tell. I never really understood how special it is to actually give an actual photo in your hands to someone of your friends or family wise, instead of showing them a photo on your phone. It's like, that's not really special at all. And so now I'm printing a lot more photos. I do a photo album somewhere in this room, which I can see, and it's got like one of my pets who actually she passed away like 2 years ago, and that's like the only photo I have, luckily, of her in black and white, which is actually quite a good photo when I was actually starting, so it's quite special to me. And I do have a few of like sport photography stuff as well. And then yeah, I never really understood the fundamentals of printing and sizes, frames, whatnot, and yeah, and actually just be able to give back my work towards my family and friends and whoever actually wants them, like customers and stuff like that. And number 3, this is gonna be a fun one. Number 3, editing like a madman in Lightroom. This one hurts me because I look at my photos through my Instagram so many times. If you scroll down through the first edit I ever done, which was on my phone, bloody hell, it is terrible. It is disgusting. When I did it, I was actually quite happy with it. and that's why I posted this is my first time editing this, and using Adobe Lightroom Mobile, and I never really understood everything. I would just be going saturation 100, colors, just any type of colors. I would do everything, blues, purple, green, red, you name it. And then you go from texture. It's in that setting somewhere. Texture, grain. I'll do grain 100, which was fucking shit. It is shit. But hey, I think we all done that when we're starting out. We used to go, oh, fucking colors are cool, man. Just go fucking 100, everything. Beautiful, done, post it. No. And then also from editing stuff, the after editing, I never really knew how to export things and how if it's actually good quality and stuff, and also sizing it on Instagram and stuff. I would literally try to crop. So half my photos would be like pretty like squeezing for the Instagram sizes, but back then Instagram wasn't really like focused on well, they were focused on photos, but not really the size and stuff. Because you have to like make sure. I never really understand the 4 to 5 size of Instagram. And so they were very bad, the photos in the beginning, but hey, that's how we start. And you think, oh, it looks great, and then once you actually looked in like 4, 5 years or 6 years even, you go, ah, oh, damn, I'm actually quite bad at this. But hey, that's how we learn. We're not going to be a perfectionist, as anyone would say, I suppose. And so now I can say that I'm actually a lot better in terms of editing. I'm actually a lot more careful of what I use and stuff, and especially from saturation, as that can be your best friend or your worst friend sometimes, depending on what the photo is. If it's like trees and stuff, make sure it's not bright green. If you So number 2, not using enough lighting equipment. So for right now I'm actually using one of my lighting equipments. I only do have like the one. I do have like another one, which I'll probably will get. I am looking at lighting somewhat. I just never really understand how to use them properly, and if I actually need them at some point. Half the time you don't, unless you're going to an actual studio, then yes. And then maybe you grab a diffuser, a small round diffuser, make sure that the model is not blinded by the sun or whatnot. I never really understood how important lighting is as well in terms of night photos, or even like dusk, dawn, sunset. Fucking, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so I never really understood the lighting. Perspective? I don't know how to say it. I never really understood lighting specifically of how to do it. And that this is definitely one of the ones now I actually need to take action with and actually look at lightings and make sure that it's actually well enough, because right now I don't think this light will actually cover this much of. If I'm going to do YouTube videos, I probably need to grab a few more lights and stuff to actually light myself up or somewhat. I mean, it does a good job, but yeah, as opposed to night photos when I was starting out, they were very grainy, noisy. It's just ugly to see. You wouldn't really want to scroll through your Instagram and look at that. There'd be a photo back in the 1980s or 70s or 60s, whatever. Number 1, not cleaning my camera for a long period of time, which I am definitely heard for. Yes, you have heard it. Not cleaning my camera, which you should be doing too. Yeah, you on the other side. You should be cleaning your camera right now. There could be a lot of dust in there. Anyways. So I never really cleaned my camera, as I never really knew how to, or even needed to, and so I have a lot more cleaning supplies for my camera now and lenses, and I never really thought to use a specific. I never really thought that there was an actual thing for it. I thought I would just need to use some paper towel, or either some special baby wipes or something. Something like that. But this one definitely is one of the most important things in photography in terms of cleaning, in terms of when you're printing photos, that you can see the dust in your those little spectacles in your print, like in your photos and stuff, which I have seen, and they're actually in a few of my photo books. And I'm like, oh, well, they're not like you can't actually see them unless you go really close to them, but like the printing guy said there's a bit of dust and stuff on your lenses. I'm like, oh. So that gave me a bit of a warning, like, yeah, I need to check my camera so it's actually cleaned. Which definitely is very important, which one of the things when I started out I never actually really knew about. I never really knew about it. I just sort of snubbed it and just went, oh no, I don't know. I've got no idea. Not gonna do it. Give up. But now I'm now cleaning my lenses, and which is not bad. Actually, no, it's very good at cleaning them. Jesus Christ, man. So that is now my top 5 mistakes I did when starting photography. I hope you guys enjoy this video and enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be coming up very soon. Bye bye.